The Germans will kick off their World Cup campaign up against Japan, hoping to get themselves off to the perfect start to avoid the shambles that was, of course, 2018. Will they do it? Or will the Japanese, of course, come out on top themselves? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks. Bum's giving them a 5-minute preview. Looking forward to Japan going to take on Germany in their opening game over in Group E. And we'll get to that in just a second. Of course, if you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Bounce all things Rovers related, Japan related, World Cup related. We've got it all here, boys, under one roof. Of course, who will get the campaign off to the perfect start? Or will it be a draw? Goodness gracious me. All those could be happening here. And of course, people should have VIPs. They are the patrons. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, take a look at the game. Of course, it's a 5-minute preview, so we're going to be short and sharp. Get to the juicy stuff. Of course, it's going to take place at the Mia Khalifa Stadium. That's right, 23rd of November. Of course, with Germany locking horns against Japan. Of course, Germany, multiple winners. Japan, we'll see how far they've been in the past as well. Their recent run events, though, look like this. Germany drew with England. They lost to Hungary. They did smash Italy 5-2 in recent, so they're not hot and cold kind of thing at the moment. They did qualify, though, as Group J winners to secure the deal on October the 11th. This is a 20th tournament in the past. 2018 was the last streak of 18. They've won it 4 times, most recently back in 2014. Hansi Flick is the manager's first tournament as German coach. VIP for me is Thomas Muller. 6-1 on for, of course, to qualify. 10-1 is the distance, of course. They are, of course, in Group E alongside Japan, with Spain and Costa Rica completing the set. Of course, after this match, they'll be taking on Spain in a bit of a zinger. Of course, 27th of November, we'll be here. We'll be watching it. Then you can join us too. And then, of course, take on Costa Rica to wrap up the sweep. Let's take a look at the team then, shall we? Heading into this Badgerino, of course, Manuel Neuer goes. Mark Anders Stungen, of course, standing by. But into defence, I think that's where it's really at. We've got Antonio Rudiger, of course, Matthias Ginter, we've got Nico Sule, of course, maybe some surprise absentees. Amabella Ketchup, of course, coming in from Southampton, young gun, surprise inclusion. But hey, into midfield, Joshua Kimmich, probably one of the star men in there, Leon Goretzka, Mario Götze, of course, from that World Cup winning team, Julian Brandt as well, wasn't he in there? Up top, we've got maybe a lack of a major striker, but we've got some, of course, big faces. Thomas Muller, shithouse expert there. Jamal Musiala, of course, is in the attack. Leroy Sané, Karim Adeyemi. Some familiar, and some surprises in there as well. But this is how I see they're lining up in the opening game against Japan. Of course, Neuer in between sticks, Raum, Ginter, Rudiger and Klostermann, Musiala, Kimmich, Sane, Goretzka, Gnabry, Muller, spicy. Don't you think? They've got the voice of maybe champions once again. Of course, Japan, though, coming into the mixer right here, right now. Of course, qualify, or the recent run of events look like this. Airtight defence is all I can say. Airtight defence. 5 games without conceding a goal. That's, of course, what's at stake here. Of course, Japan, though, beating Ecuador actually drawing with Ecuador most recently, 27th of September. They qualified as Group B runners-up back on the 24th of March 2022. 7 tournaments for them since the get-go. 2018 was the last, and 7 in a row. The best, though, was a round of 16 spot in 2002, 2010 and 2018. Hadimemu Yashashu is your manager. Kogyogo Fugarashi is your VIP. 10-3 to qualify, 250-1 to go the distance. But again, this is the Group E with Germany, but Spain and Costa Rica are waiting in the wings to take on Japan. Their next matches, Japan will take on Costa Rica. That's on the 27th of November, and they'll kick off the month of December with a match against Spain, of course. Here is the squad, though, for Japan coming into this. Of course, we've got Daniel Schmidt, but probably going to be your number one. That's what I've been hearing anyway. Into the defence, we've got Tomiyasu from Arsenal. He's in the mixer. Yoshida from Schalke. Hideko Ito as well. Of course, there was an absentee from, I think, Huddersfield, who couldn't get into the squad because of injury. Into midfield, we've got Kamada from Frankfurt. Minamino from Monaco. Mariata from Sporting. Of course, and up top, we've got the likes of Ritsu Dan. Doan, of course. Maeda from Celtic. Gennady Rinto from Reims. Some good names in there. Some potential shockers to cause some upsets, perhaps. So this is my lineup, though, for this one. We've got Koishima between sticks, Tugiyami, Akura, Yoshida, Nagamato, Koshidabashiki, Wato Endo, Minamino, Rutsu Doan, Junjaya Ito, and Takamura Asano. I don't know what I'm talking about, though. It might not be this. It might be this, but we'll see about it as, of course, the game comes around. They played each other twice in 2004. 1 win for Germany, nothing for Japan, 1 draw. Germany, though, just 1 win to 6. 50% form for them right now. Japan, though, unbeaten in 5. 67% form for them at the moment. Last time I played each other was back in May 2006. It was an international friendly. It was a 2-2 draw. But, of course, I put put the public vote out there. What do you think about this game? Well, the vote has gone in favour of Germany, 83% for the former winners. Of course, Japan, though, just a measly 14%. But guess what? Germany were a shit show at 2018. Have they bounced back? Have they learned their lesson to not underestimate anybody? But I do go with a German 2-0 win here because I'm German, because I can see, Germany should win this game on paper. So I expect nothing but the 3 points in the end. Please make sure you subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, we've got your non-stop content. We'll be here for the watch along when, of course, that game comes around and more. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell. Of course, don't forget the phone in daily right here at Blackman Overseas.